purpose of this video is to teach you how to apply protective covering to a paperback book. Paperback books are covered using laminate rolls that look like this. They come in a variety of different widths, but I like to buy this width because it is a good size to cover most graphic novels and middle grade novels. And I don't like to buy picture books in paperback. They're difficult to cover with laminate rolls, and they also are difficult to keep track of on the library shelves. Today I'll be covering a graphic novel, I Survived the Shark Attacks of 1916. So here we go. We'll begin by unrolling a small amount of the laminate and laying our book down on the laminate. I want you to note that I've left about 1 square around the edge of the book. Top, the bottom, and along one edge. At this point, I'm going to flip the book up and down again. And I'll make my cut here along this line to leave about 1 square on the other edge. For beginners, you can leave more space. So you could cut it here instead. Make sure that you don't run out if you make a mistake. So I'll begin cutting along the line. As I said, if you're worried that you're going to run out of material, it's better to waste a little bit as you get used to the process than to waste an entire sheet if you mess up. Alright, I have my sheet cut out, and it is the width of book as it's laying open. At this point, I'll want to center the book in the middle of my sheet. So I'll count squares on either side. 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. A little bit more. And 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit more. This is just about centered. I'm going to draw a line of the book from about 1 square in. Here's the edge of the book. About 1 square in. Along the top of the book to about 1 square from this corner. I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom of the book. About 1 square in. Set the book aside. Here, I'm going to cut a shape out. That is a trapezoid. That's why I drew the line, so I could cut this shape out, leaving this at the bottom of my book. This allows me to have flaps that can be folded over without hitting the spine. So I'll cut out the trapezoid that's at the top of the book as well. And now my laminate should look like this. At this point, I'll peel half of the paper off the laminate. Now, this laminate comes with a strip at the top that can be peeled off to make it a little easier to work with. Not every roll will have that. Some of these are very difficult to peel back. This is a nice, easy peel job. Peel it halfway back. Then, I'm going to take my book and I'm going to center it as best I can, laying the spine down along the center of the sticky side of the lamp. Keep the spine as straight as I can, and get it nice and centered. And the next step is to roll the book down towards the sticky side of the laminate. So I'm sticking the front half of my book, the front cover of the book, and I'm going to sort of move it back and forth. They're going to have air bubbles, but the idea is try to get rid of as many air bubbles as you can. I will then open the book, and on the inside of the front cover, use a straight tool, whether that's one of our library, what's called a library bone, which can be purchased, or just some sort of straight edge or ruler. In this case I'm using a 6-inch ruler, but I'm trying to flatten out as much of the air bubbles as I can. Then I'll flip the book over, do the same thing. I'm squeezing the air bubbles out of the front cover of the book. And I have a fair number. I may not get them all. Best I can to squeeze out as many of the air bubbles as I can. Pay special attention to the spine, because that'll be a place that it'll be hard to squeeze the air bubbles out. Next, I'm going to go in to the corners of the book, and I'm going to cut a triangle shape out. Be careful not to nick the actual corner of the book. Again, the reason that we're cutting here is so that we can fold these flaps over the cover of the book. So then that nick, or that triangle, allows me to fold this edge down. I'll do the same at the bottom corner. I actually saved those triangle shapes that I cut out, and I'll show you why in just a minute. Then, I take the flaps that I've just cut out triangles for. I'm going to fold those flaps over. So now, those flaps have been folded over to the inside of the book. I didn't do a perfect job here. You can see there's a crease. I can lift it. I'll take the triangle that I cut out, and I'm going to put that down over the crease on the corner of the book, and the two flaps. It's not a totally necessary step, but waste not, want not, as my grandmother probably never said, but may have. And I'm going to roll it down again, just like before, on the back half, on the back cover of the book. Air bubbles. Those air bubbles out. You won't always get every air bubble out. Over time, they'll disappear on their own. It's on the shelf. Paperback book with laminate cover to protect it from wear and tear in the library. So I hope this video was helpful, and until next time, I hope you have a great day. See you soon.